Windy and firm. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, this. Bye. That's a nice shot. You can hear the young buzzard calling. And a swallow. So a nice little shot in, trees on the left, and a view to the tee. Oh, there's the dream start. And still, can't grumble with a 4 in the first. Fairly straightforward hole actually. On a big slope on the green from right to left. So yeah, just find the fairway, find the green, and hopefully you can get off to a nice start like I've done. Yeah, it was pretty much a full 8. Oh. Never mind, you can see the greens aren't especially in good condition. There's lots of seed down, quite patchy, but it is a £20 golf course, and you can't complain for a round of 18 for that. Hopefully that's not too far. There is water on this, I believe, so just play it safe. So 5 wood was the play off the tee, not too far, about 30 yards short of the water, and there is a view back towards the tee. So there's the green on 3. You've actually cut right into the lake there, so you've only got about, I don't know, maximum 10 yards for the green towards the lake here. Little grebe just sploshed down there, and quite a lot of water to carry actually. Pretty good from there. So nice undulating green, still a bit bobbly. I just learnt actually that there's only one greenkeeper here, which I find really hard to believe, and yeah, it probably shows actually in the condition of the greens that I've seen so far. You need more than that to keep a good piece afloat. But up there. I hope it's not too far. And it's all downhill to the green, I believe. I think I saw this on the way up. sure. Awful contact. Chap just lost his phone up ahead. And there's a view back up to the tee. Yeah. Nice up and down. Again, you saw the bobble on the pitch. Shouldn't have done that normally, but sort of, again, great potential on there. Lovely swales. And a view back up. Kick right. Drive. Not good strike, very thin and low. I think it's on. Again, lovely contours on here, so it has the potential, you know, faster greens for things to fall in off the banks. View the little bunker at the back, and then view back. Splosh! Yeah, another nice par. Excellent. From the right semi. It's okay there, it's up there. Longish hole this. Nice view of the rest of the course here. Some more water down there. And a view past the hedge to the dividing point. I think the second part of the course is on the other side of the road. A bit up and south, a little bit right. Right to that spindly tree. Difficult with the ball above your feet. Quite a strong breeze actually into my face here. I'll show you to the green when I get over the ridge. There's a view down to the tee, and the chap did find his phone. Hooray! So excuse the breeze, but this is about probably 80 yards. It's slight gather down towards the green, and you can actually see the A40 in the background there, on the road down to St Clair's and back to Carmarthen in the hills in the background. The length, just pulled it a touch. So as I just said, you've got the A40 there on the Carmarthen road, heading further west and east. That's not a disgrace. Difficult hole. Two woods again, into the wood, into the wind even. Nice look down the hole there. Again, great potential on the green. That's the word that's really hitting me actually. There's just so much potential. Just a bit more investment and a bit of money spent, and this could be awesome, absolutely awesome. So a very short look back to the tee. I think we're on 7 now, and then there is the marker pole, and the fairway just goes round to the right, so over that marker pole should be fine. Hopefully I'm okay. Bounce off, get right, down left, way over the back. Go. Too cute. Better. tidy up. Again, nice potential green on this, just a bit bobbly. But nice big slope at the back. And view back up the hole. Run. About 3 foot behind the ball. A long hole into the wind. Back at the first here. And presumably the 9th over the water here. Excuse the wobble. And the first tee's on there. Let's find out, shall we? Really not quite sure on what the line was there and the distance. I just know it was uphill into the wind, par 5, and there is a view back towards the tee. So having crested the hill, still not really much the wiser. This is a marker pole and it does go around to the left hand side. Still yet to find mine though. Chance of a birdie. So my second shot must have run and ran. As you can see, the ground is fairly brown, from indicative of the summer that we had, but it went to the right of the marker pole as we look and must just run all the way down here, so it must have run 60-70 yards at least. Hit it. If you hit it, it was there. Still, that's a 5. Can't complain again at that. So again, massive potential on this green. It's just a little bit woolly. They haven't been allowed to cut them because it's too, well, this one actually has got the stripes on it. It's been fairly recently cut, but still a little bit woolly. But yeah, just great potential on these greens. Not going for the green in 2. Just trying to get myself back in the hole. So just round to the left is the tee. The ideal line is to clip the corner over the trees. I was in there, just punched one up to here, and then you've got that difficult shot in. So as a par 4, that's a real belter. Fly. Come back down, come on. Let's try it. It was a nice shot, it was all over the flag, but yeah, I'm ready for too many. There we go. Difficult hole. Penalty paid. But yeah, if you're actually trying to get on the green in 2, that's such a challenge. You've got to come over all this, and difficult stopping distance as well. So after the 9th up there, and that's actually the first tee, you can see the little sign off, you come across the road, past the clubhouse, and back down to the 10th tee. Interesting shape. That should be absolutely fine. Kick left. Terrible strike. What's the shank that? In lieu of the wind here, hopefully. But yeah, off to the left, there's a very narrow fairway and the view back towards the tees. Roll. nicely done. Bit of a greener green this actually. So yeah, much more consistent. It's nice actually, again, shows the potential. But nice flat green actually this one, so yeah, decent size too, and a narrow fairway. Should be fine. Yeah, very nice. Don't want that one back. Keep going. Pretty poor from there, to be perfectly honest. Pretty poor. So a lovely drive, obviously with the brown fairways and downhill, kept on going, but shame to waste that. Keep going. Yeah, it could have been so much more that. Again, a little bit of problem with the green there, but nice shape certainly. They've watered this bit, but yeah, another view back at the hole. Interesting little dance at the end of that. It's up there. Rock solid ground there. There's the rain agrees. Chase. It's alright. Thick contact. Wasn't sure on the distance, so just played an easy shot to try and run it on. And didn't want to risk the shank as well, it's beneath my feet. So fairway slopes big time, left to right, and then there's a view back down towards the tee. Nicely holed right in the middle. Again, another nice flat green, but yeah, works well to run it on. So yeah, nice sort of circular round green, and then there's a view back down the hole. Ooh, that bumped something. Should be alright though. Not the longest of holes. Stop. Nice shot, just through the back. Stop though. Yep, about a foot short in distance. In the side, but it's in. It's another flattish green. A couple of ground under repair bunkers at the front. The run off behind, which I didn't quite manage to get. The previous tee just through there. And then all downhill to the hole in this one. Depends on the banks. But the next one looks a challenge. These two lads down here have been struggling to get over the water. So I just struggled my way up the hill here and then presented with this rather nice sight a few feet away, and a bunker on the right hand side. Yep. Oh, a bit of a glove on my hand. Here we go. Yeah, that's rather nice to make use of that tee shot. Yeah, it certainly came in a lot. It was a big old slice. But again, another fairly round, flattish circular green where you can use the contours, especially with this firmness, to come in, and there's your blue back down the hole again. But more water on the next hole. Big roll. Yeah, keep going. Pretty ugly swing, but it's down there. So yeah, 477 and a big bit of water to come over, so interesting hole this. Sitting towards the green, maybe to the right, decent contact. So the drive had a nice roll down. You can just see with that sort of sign by the tee up there. So there's a view back up. Is it 16 I think I'm on now? 15 maybe. But yeah, obviously that's the water there. You've got a fair bit of distance on the right, beyond it, on the green side of it. But you've also got the stream down the right hand side. But fortunately mine was bang on line and just off the right there, and looks like they walked to the green. But you've also got the gathering bank on the left hand side here with a big pine tree. So yeah, maybe another birdie coming. One. Yes. Wow. Great to get that. Fantastic. So yeah, super flat green. A little bit of left to right on that as I read it. Perfect. Oh, buzzy. Should be fine. Yeah, right in the middle. Not a very good swing, but don't care about the result. So you're a little bit elevated above the 15th green here. You see the challenge the guys have got coming in, and then there is your green down there. Boing. That's probably going to be through the back. There's a big bounce there. But again, another big slanting fairway here, so I was quite happy to hold that. But yeah, big slant down towards where I am, and I view back towards the tee. Yep, that's nice. Keeps a good run going. Yeah, another nice flat green. Good condition this one actually. Very nice. Bit of water on it, so I obviously didn't have the bounce with the watered bit. It was a very firm bounce and went back all the way to the back, but that's not to worry. So and then you've got the pond beyond. Lovely conditioned water actually. Very healthy looking. That's a terrible strike, just bounce. Keep going. It's going to be short. But, yeah, distracted by the red kite flying over. Very easy to do. So there's a view back to the tees. I don't think I was playing the full distance. There's the ladies' tees, and there was only about 130 or 120 off there. So I was probably playing at about, I don't know, 210 or something. I'll work it out. But then there's a view to the green, and somehow mine ran on, so I'm not going to complain about that. But a nice view off to the west. All the wind farms down there, and that's presumably down towards, way down towards Haverfordwest and St Clears. Keep going. No. And the first putt I can apportion to a bit of a bobbly green. But, misread the second one. But that's fine. I actually scored much better than I played this morning. So another nice flat green actually. Just a shame with a little bit of disease that you got there, or bobbly bits. And then the view back down the hole. But I've enjoyed this, it's been good. Terrible strike, just bounce on please. I think it's on, although it's a horrible strike, really thick. Difficult to see from there and judge the distance. It's one thing I've actually struggled with here, it's not very clear for distance markers. If there are any, there are very few, or there might be. There's a view back to the tee anyway. So I was down there, that's back towards the tees, and then that's, excuse the wobbles, a view up to the green with the bunker on the left hand side. Closer than I thought. Nice to finish with a 4. So again, another nice flat green here. So it's all about positioning off the drive. Fortunately mine was far enough round with a bad slice. And then a nice flat green, and then a view down towards the 10th, and then the rest of the course, the front 9 on the other side, clubhouse. And I will set up and do an outro in a second, but that was enjoyable. So outro time here from Derllys Court. Just want to say that one word just comes to mind, as I've been saying all the way around, and that's potential. I don't like to be hard on places, but it just needs a little bit of TLC, just needs a little bit more work on the greens and stuff like that. The course itself has, like I said, so much potential. It's a great layout, some really challenging holes on there. 9 is a real beast, 15 I loved. Some great holes actually on the course. It's just let down a little bit by the just little touches it needs. So things like clear distance markers, little bit of extra signage and stuff like that, some TLC on, just generally on the course, obviously on the greens. I've heard that the greens were actually in very good condition a few months back, but you know, the course is subject to the weather, and last year was very, very wet, and this year has been very, very dry, so you're going to have different courses needing different conditions. And yeah, I guess, is it just one greenkeeper that I've heard working here? And I don't think you can manage a full 18 holes to keep it up to standard on that. So yeah, I don't like to gripe. I'm very rarely gripe, but it's just, it frustrates me that what could be a brilliant course, and it's, you know, much more charging much more than £20 a round, and justifiably so, if it was in a little bit of extra TLC, if it had a bit more TLC on it. Other than that, you know, like I said, £20 for a game of golf is great. It's challenging but forgiving course, so it's nice to see lots of different levels of golfer out here today. Seen some young lads and stuff, and some sort of, you know, fairly high handicappers, but all enjoying the course. So it's got great potential, like I said, and it's a great course to certainly start your game on, I would imagine. There's several other courses I've played like that, so that sort of feel. But again, like I said, with a bit of extra investment, it could really be up there along with some of the very best courses potentially in the region. So yeah, don't like to go on, but it just irks me that there's so much potential here, and it's a little bit unfulfilled. So hopefully next time I'm in this neck of the woods and come to play it, then something that's been taken on board. But all in all, you know, great course, great fun course, played nicely as well. So yeah, just.